At times, the human footprint becomes history. The heart becomes full upon seeing the innocence of a people that resides in an untraveled and unknown destination. The road that a lone traveler chose to take roughly 240 years ago has now become the road to dreams for many. Perhaps this was the real Garden of Eden. Today we visit the South Pacific's mysterious island, Vanuatu. Let's go to the other side of the world, to a land that's isolated from civilization, to witness the beautiful life of primitive man. To reach the South Pacific island nation of Vanuatu, we had to cross the equator and first head to Auckland, New Zealand. From there, we passed through the capital city of Vanuatu, Port Vila, and then took a 1-hour flight to the mysterious island of Espiritu Santo. Other than Australia and New Zealand, there are many islands in the South Pacific. Though the Solomon Islands, Tahiti, and Fiji are well known, Vanuatu is an unfamiliar name. Early on, Westerners describe Vanuatu as the perfect vacation spot and a must-see destination, which appeals to travelers who yearn to go where few have gone before. Espiritu Santo is the largest of the 80 islands that make up Vanuatu. No matter where you are in the world, it's best to learn about a people from going to its local market. Here, the real Vanuatu can be seen. At the market, the simplicity of life can be seen in the lives of people. Just seeing them warms the heart as these hard-working people know what it means to be blessed. This is a place that inhabits a different time frame from Korea. The things that grow here and the way they are eaten are different altogether. The strangely named fruit and vegetables are intriguing and a little bit disorienting. The coconut crab digs into and eats coconuts. Crabs like this can be seen all over Vanuatu.
You catch yourself?
Yeah.
Yourself? Is there many coconut crab in your village?
Yes.
아,
이게 자 보시면 이게 꼬리거든요. 이 부분이 꼭 거미처럼 꼬리가 있는데 이 꼬리 속에 코코넛 기름이 꽉 차 있습니다. 묶여 있지 않으면 꼬리를 건드리면 확 화를 내요. 그래도 꼬리 만지기 제일 재밌습니다.
Vanuatu is full of nature's gifts. Though they may appear to be poor by our standards, but these people are perfectly content.
이 시장의 다양성에 또 한 번 놀랍니다. 여기 뭘 팔러 왔는지 하나를 보시면 놀라실 겁니다.
돌이지 않습니까?
돌입니다. 돌도 팝니다 여기는. It's a stone.
Stone lo lap lap. No, kum lap lap.
How much is it? One pack?
I think 20 está inside to tote.
200.
The Ni Vanuatu have inhabited this land since about 3,500 years ago. However, sometime around the 17th century, just like the continent of America, pioneers of the New World reached the cluster of islands in the South Pacific. Vanuatu's existence became known in Europe after the travels of British explorer James Cook in 1774. From that time on, Vanuatu fell under the rule of Britain and France. During World War II, it was a base for the Allied forces. Around the end of the war, hundreds of tons of U.S. heavy-duty equipment was left on the shores of Espiritu Santo. The place of disposal was the oddly named $1 Million Point. An explorer's feet don't just touch the land.
Okay.
The water of the ocean is a bit hazy, as there seems to be a lot of debris floating in it. Slowly, the underwater world comes into focus. Piles of scrap metal are strewn in heaps on the ocean floor. At one point, the American Navy took their heavy-duty equipment and vehicles and threw them in the ocean daily. This adds up to millions of tons of metal. Surprisingly, nature has embraced this earthly waste. Just as it is said that time heals all wounds, soon life began to form around it once more. Coral began to grow on the masses of metal and conceal the scars of war. Fish swim among the coral that sustains the life of the area. The sea life in these waters truly makes this spot the $1 Million Point. No longer a dump for military equipment, Santo is now a premier tourist hotspot, and it attracts divers from around the globe. This road leads back to the jungle. This narrow and treacherous path must be traveled by foot.
이 정도 한 2시간에서 2시간 반 정도 산길을 걸어야 됩니다.
The road leads us to a local tribe who have lived in this jungle for a long time. The trip was not an easy one. You must travel with someone who knows the way well. The quality of time changes as we pass through the thick brush of the forest. Cars, electricity, and cell phones are of no use here. Surrounded by nature, people are just another living organism. This is the Millennium Cave. It's one of the many tourist attractions here in Santo. If you're going to explore the area, there's something that must be done first.
The sign of waterfall, you go see the waterfall. It's the total, the sign of rock. Outside.
지금 이 얼굴에 이 형상이 앞으로 우리가 가야 할 길을 미리 다 나타내 주는 거군요. 여기 있는 게 폭포, 여기 이렇게 돼 있는 게 언덕, 요것도 언덕, 요거는 바위.
Since I've traveled the South Pacific quite a bit, I've made my fair share of friends in the area. Here's a familiar and friendly face.
Very nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you again.
Yeah.
He is the leader of this primitive tribe in the jungle. He's a member of the Malmal tribe and the village chief.
Your house is a
He has come out to greet me since he heard I was coming.
cave. And then
Now I have a trusty guide to lead me the rest of the way.
call your house. Okay.
The jungle is as old as time, and its depths are unrivaled. We are now heading toward Millennium Cave, a place that does not readily welcome guests. As we get closer to this natural cave, created by nature thousands of years ago, I can feel my heart beat faster. The currents in the water below lifts and lays the rocks over and over, almost making them seem alive. The surface of the cave walls is slippery, and climbers must stay alert, lest they become unstuck by a rogue boulder. Millennium Cave slowly begins to reveal itself. The ceiling hangs some 50 meters off the ground, with the floor measuring 300 meters in length. Getting all the way through it takes around 2 hours. This is quite a dangerous trip. If you're not careful, you could be swept away by the strong undertow. Some paths in the cave lead to dead ends. It's a rough trek that causes many a traveler to stop and head back the way he came.
비가 오면 여기로 갈 수가 없어요. 물살이 너무 세고 지금은 이 정도밖에 안 오지만 비가 오면 이게 넘어버려요. 이렇게. 이렇게 물이 차인 흔적들입니다. 네, 그래서 이렇게 좁은 곳이 많아서 물살에 빼서 비가 오면 못 옵니다.
The water level is rising, and it's up to about waist level now. Finally, from between the rocks, we begin to see the light of day. Seeing the light makes me feel like I've survived, since we have been walking around in darkness. The entrance to this cave was created by thousands of years of erosion, by the natural elements of wind and water. Just what might be waiting on the other side? The jungle grows ever more dense as we leave the shore. And as the gorge deepens, evidence of civilization slowly diminishes. As we reach the entrance to the village, like a mother awaiting her children, we're greeted by an elder who thought we may have lost our way. He is Aru Balan's father.
She. Thank you. You're strong. You're strong now. You're good.
Yeah.
Very good to see you again.
Yes. Me too. Me glad to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, go to
Yeah.
the house.
To the house.
Okay. Go first.
I take my umbrella.
umbrella.
Umbrella. Yeah.
umbrella. 저게 우산인가요?
네.
여기는 원시 부족인가 봐요.
뭐 별로 젖을 것도 없는데
네.
우산을 쓰고 오셨네. 아주.
신사시네.
The jungle rises up in layers, reaching quite an altitude. It feels like climbing a 90-degree incline. And just when I think the journey is over, it begins again. The old man puts me to shame as he climbs barefoot with ease. Meanwhile, I'm barely crawling along.
정말 정글 탐험 제대로 합니다.
The heat beating down from the sun and the humidity are like no other. The sticky mud underneath my feet is making me stumble.
이보다 잘할 순 없다.
이렇게 높은 데서 사는 사람이네. 와,
반도 못 왔습니다.
아직이요?
The Malmal tribe has made its home in a place that modern civilization has abandoned. Amidst nature's elements and isolation from the outside world, this tribe has created its own civilization. For them, could this dense forest be something like the Garden of Eden? The Malmal tribe of Vanuatu in the South Pacific, the last primitive tribe. They are as innocent and pure as nature itself. The Malmal tribe are a people with roots planted as firmly into the land as wildflowers in the dense forest. Vanuatu is a nation composed of 80 or so islands spread out in the South Pacific Ocean. Its inhabitants form a set of tribes so culturally diverse that they have developed no fewer than 130 distinct languages. But now the civilization of the outer world has reached these lands, and the old Vanuatu is beginning to vanish. Yet the Malmal tribe insists on maintaining their culture.
Hello. Shake hand. Hello. Hello.
Huh? Baltino.
The children's eyes are filled with curiosity as they greet their father's friend from the other side of the world.
조금 더 크다고.
Kau harus sabut tu arena saat misam tu semati sam tu kronis semati kena misam kamam. Masuk rabut nira. Kau harus nira nama.
The oldest man in the village, Malwain, holds a sacred tree branch and chants some sacred words over me. This purification ritual must be performed any time a stranger enters the village. The welcome ceremony is finished. Now it's the chief's turn. Aru Balin draws on my face according to the Malmal tribe's customs. Now let's meet the residents of Tantu village.
자, 빅 패밀리입니다. 할아버지, 어머니, 첫째 딸, 둘째 딸, 셋째 딸, 넷째 딸, 다섯째 딸, 여섯째 딸,
그리고
마지막 보배, 귀염둥이 아들, 일곱 번째. 우리 마지막 아들은 작년 12월 달에 태어났다 그러네. 이제 5개월 됐네. 크면 클수록 옷을 많이 입네 보니까. 얘 많이 입었어.
이거 많이 입은
둘째
거예요?
딸. 얘는 이거 하나만 가렸는데 얘는 여러 개 가렸으니까 옷을 많이 입은. 참 아담과 이브 그때 이렇게 입고 살았던 것 같습니다.
근데 어른들은 다 옷을 거쳤네.
이 부족의 전통이 남자만 이렇게 입습니다. 남자만. 그리고 여자들은 애고 어른이고 다 이렇게 입습니다.
Aru Balin is rich with daughters. I was a bit jealous. It was great to see the 3 generations of this family. I have prepared a small gift for them. I brought along some crackers that the kids enjoy, since rice and grains are hard to come by here.
Okay. Thank you.
You right?
Molwayan is the most stylish man in the
You
village.
still keep this one.
Flake. Papai kam lukan side. Ami one time si you come sem naya you come re siap lo. Or sem si you are what up high for me. Ami sem si tantu mi se cry all the way. Sorry.
Now he shows us something special that he was wearing at his waist.
꼭 묶어뒀었나 모르겠네.
Kaulah kena samnandra.
야, 뭔지 굉장히 귀중한 거를
Put inside the
보관하시네.
plastic to make sure it don't get wet.
꽁꽁 젖지 않도록. 도대체 뭘 하길래 젖지 않도록 저렇게 귀중하게 했는지 한번 두고 보겠습니다.
Actually, he says that no one has ever seen what is inside.
오, 뭐예요? 동전?
Malwayan's treasure is none other than a coin from the time of the French occupation.
Yes, santo.
Ikat buan me memor na kremol mo ikat one from emia koran sipliumi. Ikat provide man me we misa karem na pe emia koran sipliumi. Me orsim orikolem peak.
All sense of time is lost in the jungle. The strong protective powers of nature have become a shield, and it is watched over the life that inhabits these lands. Here, no matter what the task is, the entire family does it together. And digging up kava roots is no different. Kava is the village's main source of income. The children help their father, and the work doesn't look too difficult. The tropical rainforest is so fecund that if you break a stem and plant it in the ground, in a few days you'll see it sprout new leaves. The kava root is harvested to sell in the village. Its roots are used to make a kava drink that is enjoyed by all the residents of Vanuatu. The Ni Vanuatu people live without greed. They don't covet the belongings of others, so today they are the happiest family. On today's menu is grilled breadfruit. With so many daughters, the meal is ready in a flash. Peeling off the crispy cooked skin reveals the well-cooked flesh beneath. As the name suggests, it tastes like bread. When you hit it with a stick, it becomes sticky and chewy, much like Korean rice cakes. In the tropics, no part of a banana is wasted. The flesh is eaten, and the leaves are used as plates. In 2006, a happiness survey was conducted in the United Kingdom, and Vanuatu was evaluated as the happiest country in the world. Since then, it has been known as the Island of Happiness. When seen up close, the lives of these islanders seem so uncomfortable and filled with inconvenience. But they are happy nonetheless. What does it mean to be happy? It is enough for this tribe that they are amongst family and have enough food to eat their fill today.
Entera fuli. Awan luka fan Korea onta itime Mutan fli karmana taranira nantantu. Nyewa.
People say parents feel full just watching their children eat. And it seems to hold true just about anywhere in the world.
Thank you.
I joined in the family meal. I was curious as to the taste of breadfruit.
부드러운 게 무슨 크림빵 먹는 것 같습니다. 맛은 우리 고구마? 쪄먹는 고구마 같은 맛도 나고.
Leftovers go to the dogs. Everyone is purely and simply happy.
Yes, customer mi vela madam si mas kipi mi stap. Skuli ka be madam kipi mi stap. From sewe sem stapa plu mi vela emenao. Customer mi vela sem Piho long time finish, pekat all manos semana ikat paliputum maklos.
A day in Tantu village begins at the wash basin. The children go to school in a nearby village. Arubalan helps his children get ready for school so they're not late. His youngest daughter gets ready all by herself. Her 5 older sisters are also in a hurry. But where is their mother Wendy taking them? It looks like she's taking them to put on fresh clothes. The selection is bountiful. The sisters get along well, and they help each other with their outfits. As if creating a pleated skirt, when the leaves are woven together and tied around the waist, they become a Malmal original. Early humans may have worn a similar look. An ancient and mysterious feeling surrounds the women of the Malmal tribe. The clothes the children were wearing go back to the earth. It's their form of recycling. Although it's something I may not understand, it is their own way of life. The adults see the children off as they leave for school. They have negotiate trees and rivers to reach their school. But the children don't go to their classroom immediately. They're going somewhere else. They change from their traditional clothes into Western-style clothing made of fabric. As if it's something they're thoroughly used to, the children change clothes quickly. They brush their hair and remove any scent they may have brought with them from their village. Keeping their appearance neat and tidy is now a part of their daily lives. The children of the Malmal tribe are now ready to head into their classrooms. Even though they're late, they do not rush. The youngest goes to kindergarten, and the older sisters go to their classrooms. It looks like class has already started. Alensa is worried she might be scolded by her teacher, so she fixes her clothes again. The teachers seem a bit worried about the children too.
Some of them, they live very far, and it stops them from coming to the school. And sometimes too, like parents at home.
Though they live upholding the traditions of the past, The children of the Malmal tribe attend school. They work hard to catch up on their studies.
Sharks, crocodiles, they have.
This tribe still lives differently from those caught up in the development of modern society.
Now sharks, they don't like the taste. Sharks don't like taste for people, but they are a.
I wonder how these barefooted girls will grow up and what kind of life they will lead in the future.
Dangerous animals, they don't tell me.
Arubalan carries the kava root his family harvested and goes to the next village. He's carrying not many, but one lone kava root to sell at market. In Vanuatu, the beverage made from kava root is quite popular. When he brings the kava root, there is always someone who offers to buy it from him. For him, that is enough.
Now you have money, happy? Yes. So, kava, only way. So this money for Pam school fee.
To sell, get money to the school fee.
So, next time I come back.
When will I be able to see his smiling face again?
Yes, me want to say by me give him custom for me. By me animal picking ni for me. By bless life or life we all of love them is a lifetime. The must life them the future.
Arubalan lives a life of constant happiness. At first blush, his lifestyle seems tiring. But upon reflection, this could just be the weary perspective of a man covered in the dust of modern living.
춤추는 그런 모자 같은.